This is the Narrowboat Review, and Jack Beyer, your Narrowboat reviewer from Crystal Beach, Florida. Today we're going to review those channels that released Narrowboat vlogs on November the 28th. I hope it encourages you to watch some of them. To start it off, Ian on Narrowboat Tales, he was taking the Morning Star up from Stone to just below the Wedgwood Visitor Center. He talks of some of his problems, and hey, it was pretty serious. It almost ended his narrowboat career. What saved him? Two wonderful lock angels, and here they are.
Having opened the gate and brought the boat into the lock, a voice suddenly shouted down, "Stay on the boat!" And that was my first lock angel, Caroline. Shortly to be joined by my second, Lorraine. What were your names?
Lorraine. Caroline.
Caroline and Lorraine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put thank you. I do appreciate it.
Welcome. I'll see you at the next lock.
Oh, you might do.
Yeah.
Depends how quick you are. So you'll be quicker than me.
Thank you, ladies. You truly are angels, and you definitely saved one of our own. Big thank you from the Narrowboat community. Well, if the rest of you want to see what that was all about and hear the rest of Ian's story, you're just going to have to watch this week's vlog. I'm just glad that Ian is safe. In this next vlog from Boatman Benjamin, well, he lays down a liquefied synthesizer track for your listening pleasure. Well, if you're in limbo or even in transit, you might want to give this a listen. Well, in this week's Jet, and by that I mean the Narrowboat Precious Jet, Steve tells you his 5 favorite vlogs. Now, these aren't necessarily narrowboat vlogs. A couple of them might be ship kind of vlogs, but try to guess what you think his taste is. It's rather eclectic. On the channel Canice, C-A-N-I-C-E, Bannon, B-A-N-N-E-N, you remember he's the guy that owns the narrowboat Jorga and the Dutch barge Linda, which he's totally redoing. Well, he's moored and in the shade, and he wants to get both boats into the sun. And in this vlog, you see him do it, and then you see him work on the interior of the Linda, getting it down to bare metal. He certainly seems to be having a wrecking great time. Well, good morning from Lisa and Glenn on a life full of meaning. Again, you can see how their week unfolded. Now, you can also see how each day unfolded, though I don't normally cover those. It's so easy to get hooked on her with her infectious vivaciousness. And I also noticed this week that several vloggers were putting up their Christmas ornaments early. And she does. She joins her mom and she helps put up some of them. It boosts your spirits during this lockdown period to see a Christmas tree. Oh, one final thing. Hi, Vina. In his vlog this week, My Narrowboat Venture, Alan takes us on the second part of his pre-lockdown cruise to his marina home in Yelvertoft. He's on the Grand Union Leicester arm, and he's, around bridge 28, 29, or 27, somewhere in there. If you care to join Alan for a pleasant chat and cruise, watch his vlog. On Gary Captain Phillips, something weird goes bump in the night. What was it? That leads to a very scary moment for Gary. Gary gets up, makes a bacon and onion and black pudding surprise. He never tells you what the dish is, but it sure does look good. And also, Santa seems to come pretty early for him this time. What do you think was left on his stern door? Well, if you've missed being on an airplane recently, Narrowboat Life, pottering on the canal, has got a zoom for you. They do a time lapse, basically from Nantwich to Swanley. Buckle your seatbelt, folks. They're about to take off. Lorna Jane Adventures. This week it really hit home. She shares her life in London during lockdown. She's a night shift essential worker, so her day, as in this vlog, her day starts at night as she's heading home. This week, and not just on her vlog, but on several of the vlogs, I've noticed that people are being lockdown fatigued, for lack of a better word. And, when I saw it on A Life Full of Meaning, for instance, when Lisa put up the Christmas tree and mentioned the fact that it boosts people's spirits, that's what Lorna Jane did for me this in her vlog this time. She admits, that she's a little bit down because of the pandemic and living in a narrow boat during these times. But she carries on. And she complained that the last time she did a vlog, and she did a day in the life of, people panned it. Well, I sure couldn't pan this one. It was just great, and I appreciate her sharing it, because what she's showing us is that even though it's a rough time, we can get through it if we just keep slogging through. If you watch these reviews, you know that whenever I do one for the narrowboat that James built, I basically just said, here's another, or here's two this last 24 hours. I don't give them a lot of time. In this one, though, he's down to his last 4 weeks on his remodeling renovation work. He goes over his plans with you and how he hopes to get it done on time.
Anyway. Okay, so you'll see I've got to finish the lower walls. I've only got 2 more of them to do. I've got to check and buy the new nav lights. So I need to just check which make and model they are and buy the same ones. I've got to buy a headlamp and sort that out. I've got to line the windows, as I explained last week. Hopefully that's not going to be too much of a big job. I need to buy some epoxy resin to seal the hatches.
And those weren't all of his plans. It goes on and even further detail. And I really find it interesting. I think you will too. Let's give him a watch today, and let's keep watching to see how he does this build out. In the narrowboat experience, Kath and Marianne, they tried to do a live stream, and it kind of worked out, but it didn't work out the way it was planned. This vlog was really nice, close-up, and personal with the two of them. They were very informal. And then they did their drawing for their contest. Do you think you won? Well, you're just going to have to tune in and see. In the last 24 hours, we got 2 vlogs from our narrowboat quest. The first one was a continuation of their previous vlog, where you got a tour around Ellesmere. Again, it's enjoyable. It's always fun to listen to the two, especially Eileen, as she gives you local history and kind of explains to you some of the sights to see in Ellesmere Port. Some of the shots seem to be repeats, but it's got a new voiceover, but it's still worth seeing again. In the second vlog, they seem to be making an espresso delight, and I'm so wishing I had taste-o-vision where I could reach right through and grab the drink they make. It looks delicious. Their photography is just as stunning as the coffee they make. Just take a look at this short clip that I've put on here. I'm Allie. I'm Pete. This is Ziga. And we're Narrowboat Soulmates, more to explore. I love their intro, folks. This is a pre-COVID cruise that they're taking from St. Martin's Wharf to Poacher's Pocket Inn. Let's kibitz and listen in as Pete gives Ziga a blow-by-blow account of everything that happens in the cruise. You know, you can almost turn the video off and just listen to Pete. You'll still get that cruise, and you'll still be able to picture it in your mind's eye. But the two together, the video and the audio, make for a great cruise. Give it a watch. On Boat, Dog, Van, Traveler, Archie on the narrowboat, the Dodger, is on the Llangollen in a pre-COVID cruise, and he's locking down through the Grinley locks single-handedly. You know, when I watched, I noticed there were some gongoozlers on bicycles that might have been nice enough to close the lock up behind him, but he didn't get any help at all. Just take a watch and see how he did it. What a great name for a vlog this time that Chris and Shell used. He calls it Chasing Sunsets. And you know, that's exactly what he does. He gets on his bike and tries to chase the sunset to give us such beautiful photographs that he's known for. And he does a darn good job. But when the sunset starts to outrun him, he sends up his drone and he gets even more great shots. You might want to watch this one. On board the Rosebud, as in Life on Rosebud channel, Nicole and Gareth continued their saga. This week, Nicole's by herself, and she shares with you some of her mental health issues that she's had to deal with in the past and how she's dealing with them now on the narrowboat. It's a very personal experience, a very brave experience to open up the way she does. If you're having issues on lockdown, tune her in. She could give you some help, perhaps. In Never More Than Four, Fran's by herself. H is off somewhere else. So Fran goes over the progress that she's made over the last few weeks, and she gives us a tour around the boat. Wow. Wait till you see her colors. You won't miss this boat when it comes down the cut.
Well, here we are on week, 7, and I'm finally putting on the colours. I won't show you the whole boat just yet because it's all still taped up and I've got a little way to go, but it's such a relief to have got to this point in the paint job.
I really can't wait to see that boat painted. Well, it's the end of another review. This is sunrise, and I'm down on the shore of the Gulf of Mexico in Crystal Beach, just looking out as the sunrise is coming up behind me and lighting up the Gulf and lighting up the clouds. I hope you all stay safe. I hope to see you all soon. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you want to see the next one and be notified about it, click the bell icon. Bye now.